Let's see what happens. Alright, let me just, see, this is, hello, hello, hello. It's not showing up. Okay, can I hear it? Hello, 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 hello. Okay, can I hear it? Oh. I indeed can hear it. Alright, that's good. Alright, let's see where I was at. I was at the 9th Colossus, and I'm trying to navigate and not using the sword. But hasn't worked out so far. Oh, okay, so that's how you know her name. Because I remember looking up, like, beating the game, and then looking up information about the game, and then said her name was Mona. I was like, okay, how you're supposed to even know that? If that's the first time that you hear her name, that's actually pretty interesting. You don't know her name until halfway through the game. She's looking pretty pale. Do not like... Alright. Is this me? Is it me, or does this remind me of fuck. Zelda 2. Zelda 2, I don't... Is it Link's Awakening? No, I'm an idiot. That's the GBA game. I don't think it has a subtitle, but Zelda 2, where you start off the game in front of like a altar with Zelda laid on like a plateau, and you need to go and do whatever, beat Ganon, but that's the beginning of the game. You start off in a temple, and then the game just kind of tells you to go and do the main quests. So I always look at this and I'm reminded of Zelda 2. I have no idea if there's like a if there's that's the direct inspiration or not. We'll see. I'm actually Adventure of Link, not Link's Awakening. Adventure of Link. That's his name. Uh, like I almost want to type that into Google. But hell, man, let's get this show on the road. Oh, that's not helping at all. My idea was to raise my sword, look at the general direction, and then just try to navigate using the sword maybe only like, let's say once or twice. But, yeah, okay, how do I stop my horse right here? Yeah, please stop. Please stop moving. Okay, fuck this. Alright, horse, I'm getting off. Okay. So, on the map, it's telling me it's over here. The only thing I can think of is the turtle. I might, but yeah, I'm gonna make a guess. It's probably the turtle. Oh shit! You know what? It is the. I'm not a big fan of the 8th Colossus. Or is it the 9th? Okay, I guess it's the 9th. I'm not a big fan of the 9th Colossus. Also, let's see. $16. Okay. There's 16 Colossi. Divided by 2 is 8. Okay. So you do get that cutscene at the exact halfway point of the game. It's very, like, desolate. It's kind of interesting how the original Nier, which I think is a very flawed game, took visual inspiration from Shadow of the Colossus and Eco, of all things. Because other than the Northern Plains and sort of the bloom, a little bit of bloom effect, not as strong as the originals, being an inspiration, because other than that, they're very different. I do like that the young Nier, the young protagonist for the original Nier, seems to take a lot of influence from Wanderer, but I would say just about everything else is quite different, unless you want to say that the shades are somehow vaguely similar to the Colossus. This approach in open world is radically different than what you'd typically expect from even today's standards because it's almost intentionally empty, which both makes the game kind of, I guess, relaxing and kind of mesmerizing at the same time. Well, of course I thought I knew where I was going, but wait. I think I still do. If I'm right, then I'm right. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I need to move over here. No, I guess I'm not. What I'm guessing is it's those geysers, but I don't quite remember where they're at. I'm guessing they're those oh, okay, I found my way. Cool. I like the subtle animations. Subtlety is something I wish the original Nier game had in terms of just a lot of things. Honestly, I don't like that game, but I actually enjoy it. But there's the good with the bad. I wish there was just the good, and a lot of it's fixable, I think. Like I think the game begins to ask too much once you get to Route C, and I probably should just be rambling on about. You know what? Yeah, I should. I'm gonna. You know what? I'll talk about games that this game influenced. Why the fuck not? Oh man, here he comes. Not a big fan of this boss. At least the first time I fought him, because I desperately tried to get him to walk over. Oh god. It's really hard to get them to walk over these geysers, man. Okay. Okay. See, the first time I did this boss fight, I saw that, and it's just like, oh, well, I guess that didn't work, because I just started to assume that the guys just didn't do anything, because he just wasn't right on top of it. Okay, now I need to get him to... And then now... And now look, it still doesn't work. It's just like, what the fuck? Whoa, 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 wait a minute. What do we got here? Ooh. Doesn't really look like he's on it anymore. Let's see what happens. Yeah! I love this music. Oh, crap. Okay, yep, here we are. This is on hard mode, by the way, so... Man, I love this music. Gets me so hyped every time. Crap. Shit. Is it on his head, or... Yep. Yeah. This is one of the easier Colossus now. Come on. Yeah, got him. It's also kind of... It's kind of weird that Dark Souls was inspired by this. Or Eco, I think specifically. I even think, that Nier was inspired specifically by Eco. I think both of them were... Unless it was talking specifically about just Team Eco. Or Ico. It's pretty curious, like, you can hear like some kind of whispering going on every time you kill a Colossus. Not sure what that's... I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Mona. Isolated sand dune, its tracks are well hidden. Like the earth, its gaze. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I would definitely say this is kind of interesting and weird at the same time, because I wonder what people would think if this game came out today. Not as a remake, but as a standalone title. Especially because people are, and even I have been kind of critical of open world games. Because, honestly, I feel like they tend to be a little bit too overwhelming. Sometimes I almost don't want to play a certain game because I just think about, oh crap, there's a crafting system and I need to upgrade this way or that way, and I need to collect everything I come across and see. And the map's so big and there's so many side quests. And you know, whoa! Holy shit! Holy shit on a stick? How to... So I can't shoot them down, but I can climb on them? Let me see this. Well, she's already dead. Oh. But, yeah, like, Taro. Yeah, Yoko Taro. I know, I talk about him so fucking much. I really do. I really do. But I think it's because, like, I find his games to be some of the most interesting and flawed games that I've played, which in a weird way makes them very memorable. There's a whole bunch of things I like in it, and there's a whole bunch of things that are very limiting in it that I feel need to probably be fixed. Like, I love a lot of things about... I love and hate a lot of things about Drakengard 3. I love and feel melancholic about when it comes to Nier, because damn it, come on, let me grab onto you, you bastard. I want to flying those birds again, come on. I keep on grabbing onto him, but yeah. Aw, damn it. That's amazing. I wonder... So it's like when they're flying... Oh, dang it. Whoop. Oh, there's a lot of nice detail in the... what you can do in this game. So, yeah, I got kind of sidetracked, but Yoko Taro was talking about basically there's kind of too many open worlds, there's kind of open world fatigue, and I know exactly what he's talking about, because I think after playing like Breath of the Wild, I think it was kind of... Oh wow, I killed it, I think. I can't do anything with it though. I'm trying to like shoot these things down forever, and as far as I understand, there's as many doves as there are Colossus that you've defeated. Allegedly. I don't know if I can get all of them to land. There's definitely more than that started off. There should be 9 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. I don't know. It's kind of hard to count them. It looks like it's about 9. He was talking about how when it comes to game design, how limitations can be freedom. How limiting certain actions for players, and then taking that limitation and then opening it up later for the player kind of increases the feeling of freedom. And he said a good example of this is the hidden warp pipes in Mario, how like genuinely shocking and surprising it is, because you're under the impression for... Seems like I need to go way over to the west. Yeah. Straight west. How do I get there? Oh, just the bridge behind, slightly behind here. And so I kind of think, you know, maybe sometimes limiting scope, limiting certain things kind of makes things better. For instance, like, I think many people would agree that they'd probably prefer a game that instead of having 100 identical quests, cough cough Ubisoft, they'd prefer to play a game that has less side quests, but are more different than one another. Or, for example, games that have smaller but more dense maps rather than an open world, which is what I honestly advocate for. Like, you know what I mean? If a map is so big, it kind of it begins to feel samey, very, very, very samey, in comparison to maps that are more surfaced to be smaller, but they're more interconnected levels. You can usually pack more detail into them, and usually they're more memorable, to be honest. I mean, I know everyone's gonna use Zelda as a reference, but that's because so many people have played it, and it's considered to be sort of the game that set a lot of standards when it came to 3D action-adventure games. But the reason, besides it just being a classic, and there's people just remembering a lot about it, I remember more about the sort of the way that Ocarina of Time looks in comparison to Skyrim. Skyrim's at this, regardless of how you feel about it, it's considered a classic at this point. It's been like 7 years and people still talk about Skyrim and how big it was when it first came out. Now that it's out and it's kind of simmered a little, people have more criticisms of Skyrim. But still, I remember more about Ocarina of Time, and even just the music and the locations, because there's very mundane dungeons and towns in that game that aren't really all that personal. They don't have their own custom music, or they're not really as memorable. So, because they're not... I'm not saying that one's inherently better than the other, but it does make you, it makes me understand what he means, and it's kind of the game I prefer. I'd rather have a smaller map that I guess has more hidden stuff. I do like finding maps that you have intimate knowledge of, and it's not too difficult to have intimate knowledge of. To me, just sounds more appealing than a game where it just takes forever sometimes to just get anywhere or do anything. There's another problem I have with open world games. It really does feel like it takes a long time to do anything in them, because it's just not, there's not as much densely packed content. It takes longer for you to get from one area of the map to the other. This is all really subjective. I'm sure someone will say, well, I like large maps because there's stuff to explore, and yeah, I like exploring maps that you can't really anticipate how big they're going to be, but I don't think exploration only has to do with the size of a map. I think sometimes exploration has to do with experimenting with something you might be more familiar with and finding surprises in unexpected places that might be in plain sight, which again ties back into the theme of what he's talking about. It's about limiting, it's about presenting a limit that you think exists within a game and then subverting that. Like how, with the obvious example again being the warp pipes, you think Mario's a linear platformer that only lets you proceed through the game based solely on can you complete the stage, because you go from one stage to the next and in a very simple manner, only to find that in one of the earlier stages you can skip massive amounts of parts of the game if you're able to go past a part of the screen that seems like it should be the limit of where the level should effectively end. And I probably rambled on so much that I kind of forgot what my point was. Basically, sometimes a minimalist method is also applicable, like here. The game looks pretty. And it also gives a sense of isolation, like these are literally the forbidden lands and there's nothing here except for the Colossus. It's never, if it has been lived in, it was a very, very, very long time ago. And the only thing here is just the Colossus. And you and your horse. And I do think it does give it sort of a picturesque man with a mission. This is a very, the best comparison I can think of is, this is a very David and Goliath feeling game. It's just you, your horse, you have a pretty basic sword, and you got a bow. That's it. You got a bow and you got a sword. And you got a horse. But really the horse only gets you to where you need to go. For most of the fights your horse isn't... Well, your horse can be of assistance. Like in the previous fight I just did. Your horse, is pretty useful. For most of that encounter. Did I rest here? Yeah, I did. So that is a, see if I can, if the lizard here has the tail. I've been collecting all those. Usually what I have to do is I have to climb up to the very top of this tower. And I usually can see the lizard somewhere. I know that makes like the Ubisoft tower, but yeah, I mean you don't have to climb to the top. It's just there's usually a lizard on or around the tower. But I might have already killed it. As you can see when I look on the map, I've seen nearly all of the tower. I think the only the shrines, sorry. It's the final shrine is the only one I haven't gotten to, and that's for specifically because you have to kill all the other Colossus to get to that area. And it's the only area in the game that's like that, so. I don't know if this is it. I hope so. Oh! Okay, I'm getting better at, remembering locations without a guide. Only use my, sword once. Remember this guy being a pain. I want to play Monster Hunter, but let's see. We'll see. He let out a cry, but it didn't sound like I got him. Where is he? I don't see him. Is that over here? Okay. Damn it. Ah, dang it. I couldn't do it in the cool way. Okay, well that... Again, didn't do it well, but alright. Yeah, I can't really talk that much, because... Man, am I nervous when I... Like, all I know is, like, okay, I kinda need to talk if I... Alright, here we go. I'm gonna... It's probably gonna go underground. Ooh. Got him. Man, some of these fights I used to think were very frustrating are actually kind of easy now. And yeah, I can't see shit. Do I hear a woman's voice this time? The answer seems to be not. Alright, 10th one. You know, it's a pain in the ass, though, those time ones are, like, real frustrating because the problem is you have the time, but you're not given any of, you're given the default stamina and health on hard mode, and it's just like, are you kidding me? The way that they say temple and flame, I already know, I know that one, because it's actually a pretty memorable locale. After that one, I'll probably play some Monster Hunter, which, honestly, kind of has some crossover with this game. You can, like, fighting against giant monsters, you can climb on top of them, they kind of struggle when you kill them. It's about killing big things, is what I'm trying to say. It's about killing big creatures, and you can climb on stuff. That's the crossover. I know you can get an achievement by, resting at all the shrines. I don't know if I have. There was about 2 days where I went to that southern little continent, I guess, island. And then I went up here, and then scrubbed all the way across to the right. The only other locations that I can think of are maybe some that are hidden, although I doubt it, in the east over there. I'd be interested if there's like a game that made you do some kind of like interesting navigation where you're kind of like given like a compass and you're given like, okay, here's your compass with your north, south, east, and west, And here's some coordinate, well, not coordinates. Maybe coordinates would be extreme, maybe that's like late game stuff, but maybe it kind of just says, okay, go south at this, that, like it will give you, like a few markers, visual markers, and then just straight up just tell you the cardinal direction, and then just say, yeah, there you go. It would be fucking insane if it didn't give you a map. Maybe after you find where you need to go, it'll give you like a map. Now that'd be interesting. I say that'd be interesting a lot. I'm sure. See, okay, I want to go in here real quick, actually. Because I'm not confident if I got a shrine that may have been in here. May have been in here. I mispronounce all the time. These are like locations that I swear they feel like national parks. Like this is a national park that I've walked in or something. Like just sheer amount of like forestry. And the natural sounds that they got going on here are superb. Really good sound design, this game. I'm wondering if the coin that I acquired here goes on to new game. Because if I remember correctly, there's like a coin. Yeah, wow. So it doesn't carry over, that kind of sucks. Aggro? Okay. Aggro is such an interesting horse. In terms of how he controls, because oh shit. Well, his weird clippings are kind of annoying. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I escaped. Yeah, sometimes he slows down, and I don't like that. But I know what the game's trying to do. It's like, okay, we're trying to not get you to collide with objects. And as long as you're in that forest, he's not gonna run as fast as when he's sort of in the plains. But he controls in a very imprecise manner. Again, something that might turn some people off. But like, you don't control it like a video game horse. Like if you press left or right, it's less like you're making him move that way, as long as it feels more like you're guiding him that way. It feels as though you are a person on a horse guiding the horse, rather than you assuming control of the horse while your character rides on it. So, if you move left or right too much, it's kind of sloppy the way he does it in a way. But once you get used to it, it's very clear what they were going for. It was going for a more realistic sort of. You can oh wow, you can even see him kind of guide aggro. If you pay attention to how he moves aggro's collar, like he's pulling it, and then he's switching, and then kind of like tugging it the other way. Yeah. A lot of very subtle animations you don't see in games a lot. Oh, wait, no, I'm trying not to use my sword. I haven't used it yet. I'll be proud of myself if I can at least find one. Well, outside of the first one, without using my sword. The first one's like cheating, like you just walk forward. Or move forward from where you start. In a very obvious fashion. I always forget this place. This is in the desert. There's a very strong sense of isolationism. Just you, your horse, the distance between you and the next Colossus. Oh. I guess this might be the minimalist limitation thing again. Because there's such a limited things to do in the open world, you tend to pay attention to a lot of things more, which is a good thing that the games the open world tends to be visually striking, because man, if it was a typical open world game, it'd be very boring, I think. Just where the environments look so pretty and grandiose. I guess what I'm trying to say is I guess I prefer games that are more precise and compact than games that try to wow you with how big they are. But a lot of the times, like, I kind of feel that bigness is vapid. Like, I'm sorry, but I like Yakuza more than I like GTA. And it's not just because of how big the world is, it's just that it always feels like, to me, there's so much more to do in a Yakuza game than most Grand Theft Auto games. Like, I like how there's so many, even outside of the side quests, that I think tend to be more funny and more, that tend to feel a bit more involved. I like that everything, there's just so much to a lot of things in those games, like, like owning real estate and the karaoke mini game and the shogi mini game and the I think not Sudoku, I can't remember. But the baseball is is actually genuinely fun, and there's a lot of effort put into just completely optional stuff that you. Oh yeah, and the fact that there's like actual like real arcade games in Yakuza, I really like that. In Grand Theft Auto, there's just like a whole bunch of stuff. Like you can do tennis and Grand Theft Auto, and it. But it's just kind of like, okay, for what purpose, really? To me, it'd be very cool if there's like a tennis league and Grand Theft Auto and like a whole bunch of insane people, like, and then like a whole bunch of insane American, like each of them had their own gimmick that you encountered. Really, every major character that you encountered in like some kind of tennis league, or like participating in like some kind of underground racing. Because I mean, let's be honest, like what's Grand Theft Auto known for? Well, what's the two biggest things in American well, not two biggest things in American culture, but what's like two big subcultures that are almost mainstream and culturally relevant in America? Well, gun culture and car culture. Americans like guns, Americans like cars. Well, you already kind of have the gun thing down, I guess. Considering with like GTA, you're always using your gun for pretty much everything. You're doing crime and heists and all of that. But like, man, I'd love a car storyline, and yeah, I really do wish they do more with what you can do as side content. Because once you're done with those side quests, there are not really any side activities to sink your teeth into. And that's probably another reason I got GTA Online. It's like, well, I got all the money that I want. I got a decent apartment. I got a decent car that I wanted. I did some of the funnest side quests, but I already bought a car, and I already bought a good apartment. And yeah, there's nothing after that, really. Hold on. I really don't like that it, like, shows the fire stick. Like, it shows the stick on fire. When it comes out of the, those torch chambers or whatever. Another factor that's not making me talk much is the music. So I have, like, fairly decent sound headphones on. Cool. Okay. Okay, where is it? Okay, there he is. Damn it. I don't like this. thing, by the way, because as soon as you get up, what can he do? He can knock you straight the back down, right on your ass. And even though I'm fine with a knockdown, I get why. It's like, okay, I'm actually being like hurt and knocked down, and someone wouldn't get back up so fast if they were. But this thing is like, I'm fucking stun locked. What the fuck? Now, I don't know if this is just a remake problem or this was just as bad as in the original, but I'm not a fan of yeah, okay, good. Wow, whoa. That is too much damage. That's another reason I like this game, is it's a very clear David and Goliath fight that you're going against your... I know Japanese people are probably not as familiar with the whole David and Goliath motif because, you know, they're not... I'm not sure how familiar with this common Western motif. But, come on. It's not letting me have it. It really isn't. Oh, wait. Should have just took the chance. Come on. Like, this guy is, like, having none of it. Yeah, do my Dark Souls attack to go for trying to run behind the enemy's back and get them while they're trying to adjust. Whoa, it's nice. Okay, I'm guessing that I might need to just get off him and then use the fire trick again. see if I can get this thing lit. And yeah, I know you can jump over here. You come on. And if I get too close, then he'll try to swipe me. Come on. You made me do this. You made me do this, just so you know. Ah, fuck. No 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 no. Ha 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 ha. Take that, you bully. Yeah, what now? Oh crap. Yeah, you can put that, I guess you can put out the fire if you get too close. This would be like a meter. Yeah, I know, I use meters. Like a human being, not a caveman. Come on, come on. Okay, good. I did just tap it. Alright, I think that's about it for my Shadow of Colossus venture. Okay, I can hear her speak again. Paradise flows upon the lake. A silent being wields thunder. A moving bridge to cross to high ground. No idea what that's even supposed to mean. I've played through this already, and I still don't know what that means. Is that like Colossus 11? 12. Hmm. So the reason I said I struggled against, uh, was it 9? Yeah, the reason I struggled against 9, and the reason it says 6 minutes is because I gave up on it. I looked up how to do it angrily, and then I beat it in like 6 minutes, and I got mad because I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out. I literally could not figure it out. The guys just didn't seem to work. Because I didn't try it, and I didn't try enough. Because you gotta try everything in this game, so when something doesn't work, I just don't bother trying it again for a while. I really like all of the subtle animation. So I'm pretty sure it just saves after you beat each Colossus, so doesn't really matter too much, but I'll just pray at the shrine. And now I'm gonna play some Monster Hunter World. That's why you call it a layback stream and not the Shadow of the Colossus stream. Even though I'm sure the Shadow of the Colossus stream would get way more views. And in fact, maybe I'll put like some kind of parenthesis, Shadow of the Colossus and Monster Hunter World or something, but at this point, I think I get most, or at least half my views from live. And there's only been one person that even checked out the stream live, so I can't wait for this video to get 2 views, or 3. And then one of them will be me. There's apparently some way to get up to the garden that you see in the cutscene at the very top. I think that's what the achievement was trying to tell me. Don't know if I can do it though. Yeah, I definitely can't do it from that. I already tried and it's just a dead end. There was 1 or 2 that looked like you could genuinely climb them up them. Again, I guess it's, again, the message that, hey, limitations aren't always bad, because climbing up there, if I can actually climb up there, that's gonna be pretty cool. That's gonna be exciting. I didn't know I could do that. Which, I guess, is the philosophy he's talking about, which is, hey, you didn't know you can do that, but yeah, you can, and admittedly, it's pretty cool. Assuming that you can. No, I'm not gonna lie, like, as of right now, I have no idea if this is actually gonna work. Because the first time, I do know for a fact that the first time you play through this game, your stamina seemed to increase for each Colossus that you were able to defeat, and I did waste some time there anyway. See, the part is I get to this point, and this is where it goes like, can I actually... Okay, this is the highest I have... Oh. No, let me, okay. So I definitely made it higher, but I don't think there's anything up there for me to grab onto. So I still don't know if I can make it back to the ending credit area. Yeah. It was surprisingly not a lot of damage. Considering how high I just fell. Let me do a once over. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can't make it up there. But it almost feels like it's taunting you to get up there, simply because you definitely see that there's you know what? Maybe you can't make it up there, considering that bridge takes you out of where the game starts. Makes me think that you can't. See, this one is again another dead end. Like, once you get up there, like, what are you even supposed to do? Yeah, I mean, you can definitely get up here, but, like, I mean, what do you do once you get to this point? The only thing I even could conceivably imagine is if you could somehow grab on to... No, that doesn't look like you could do that. Talk about a tease. Because the game is so kind of desolate, kind of isolation-y, you have very simple mechanics that you're dealing with, nothing intensely complex. It does make you convince you that hey, maybe I should try this thing out, because there's such limited options here that it always seems like there's something more, always a little bit more than what the game's letting on. Oh, it's like the sword thing. If you press the jump button and you hear him go like, eh, make a noise, that's when he's ready to do the big jumps. Which is pretty helpful. It's a very nice audio signaler, I guess. I don't know what that was about. There's a lot of audio cues in this game that really let you in on things you might not notice. And this isn't the cliffside I was thinking of. There's another one of these sort of... Damn it. There's another one of these cliffs that, really, you know what, whoever's watching this, you should probably just skip to whenever I start Monster Hunter. But for those who are... I'll try to talk about something else. I really do like how detailed the animation is. It really... When you really get to know the game, there's a lot of subtleties that just aren't in a lot of other games. Like, I like the way how your part of your clothes sways to the breeze. I like how not only does it feel like you're a bit unwieldy trying to, you know, actually operate like a horse that feels like it's like real, but how it animates you pulling your horse left to right, like it really looks like you're actually tugging on that horse. Which is really interesting, because I think this game to many people can come across as a game that technically really doesn't have initially appearing anything going on if it's big open world. And now I see the thing that... Okay, because I do realize there's some people who might be like, you know, who might be like, not mutes, the opposite, deaf. So they might not be able to hear the game, and there are other visual audio, like with the main character and how you know he's ready to do certain actions. Fuck! I'm an idiot. How did I... I feel like I'm wasting time now. Alright, well, I did it before, but I want to know if I can follow it anywhere. Like if I... Yeah, it's not like there's like a grass. It takes you even higher. Well, alright, time for Monster Hunter. And hopefully more to talk about. I kind of want to know what achievement I was thinking of. So I know you can't see it, but I'm going through my trophies. And I realize that I'll need to turn my mic off from Monster Hunter so I'm not just talking to myself like a crazy person. All stunts, all shrines. No, I could have sworn there was like something that says like reach a garden or something, but maybe I'm wrong. I may have like looked up what